New details are starting to come out on the extent of the mistreatment that Diddy put Cassie through, because one of Cassie's best friends, Tiffany Red, just wrote an open letter to Rolling Stone, exposing Diddy. According to Tiffany, she saw Diddy being physically abusive with Cassie, forcing her to take multiple substances and pimping her out without her consent. Tiffany also said that Cassie would sometimes get so high to the point of ODing and losing her life. But that never stopped Diddy from doing whatever he wanted to do with her, because right after she recovered and gained consciousness, he would force her to repeat the cycle all over again. Child, somebody really needs to lock Diddy up and throw away the key, because this man has done things that have never ceased to disgust me. So if y'all remember, Cassie filed a very explosive $30 million lawsuit against Diddy, detailing how he used to beat her up, SA her, make her take and force her into encounters with older men. She accused him of introducing her to an ostentatious, fast-paced, and fueled lifestyle, and asserted complete control over her personal and professional life, thereby ensuring her inability to escape his hold. Cassie said Diddy forced her into repeated unwanted encounters with male workers that he hired while he recorded and touched himself. She said she would pump herself up with a bunch of substances so she could get high during these encounters. She tried to run away a bunch of times, but Diddy's vast network of corporations and affiliated entities would find her and drag her right back to him. Cassie also accused Diddy of SAing her in her own home, even after they had separated. According to her, they met up to have a discussion about concluding their relationship for good. However, after they had dinner, Diddy gave her a ride home and tried to kiss her right before she entered her apartment, but she refused. He then forced himself inside and SA'd her while she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. But despite Diddy denying the allegations, he settled the lawsuit in just 24 hours, with more than double the amount she was asking for. But this didn't help him much, because countless victims have accused him of the same things, including a woman who said Diddy SA'd her with his friends when she was just 17. And get this, she's being represented by the same lawyers who represented Cassie in her lawsuit. And as if that wasn't already bad, Cassie's friend Tiffany Red just wrote an open letter to Rolling Stone, and she revealed a lot of graphic details about what went down between Diddy and Cassie. According to Tiffany, she and Cassie had met back in 2015 while working on some songs for her second studio album, which has still not been released to this day. However, shortly after she and Cassie started working together, she noticed how toxic her and Diddy relationship was. She recalled the time that Cassie wanted to go with some of her other friends to a karaoke bar after Diddy had thrown her a surprise party for her 29th birthday party. But Diddy's team kept trying to discourage Cassie from leaving. Cassie stood her ground and she decided to go anyway. But after they left, Diddy and his guys later came to the karaoke bar that they were at and dragged Cassie right out of there. According to Tiffany, she followed along to see if Cassie was okay because she looked terrified when Diddy arrived. When I walked out of the room, you had her backed in a corner in the hallway outside of the door, and your security surrounded you two as you cursed her out with your hands in her face. She and I briefly made eye contact. I felt helpless. She looked afraid and kept looking down at the floor. But before Cassie left, she had told Tiffany to meet her at her place later that night, which she did with no hesitation, because prior to this incident, Cassie had already spilled the tea about what she was going through to her. Diddy and Cassie later arrived that night at Cassie's place after their little freak-off session, and Cassie was high on Diddy was also really drunk and high and kept calling Tiffany an emotional singing bee. You started screaming at us. Tell your girl she wants some birthday D. I flew all the way from Miami. She's gonna get this birthday D. All I kept thinking about was how before you came to get her and she was sober, she kept telling us she didn't want to go with you. Tiffany said the reason Diddy was calling her an emotional singing bee was because he was playing including the songs she wrote for Cassie during the freak-off sessions. Tiffany also said she witnessed the times where Diddy would yell at Cassie and make threats, and observed Cassie get so high that she was afraid of her ODing. The crazy thing is, Tiffany is not the only person that has come out to talk about what they saw Diddy do to Cassie while they were working for him. In fact, Diddy's bodyguard, Roger Bonds, also came out to confirm Cassie's claims. Cassie actually name-dropped Roger in her lawsuit. The lawsuit read, "In the car leaving the club, Mr. Combs Miss Ventura, pushing her into a corner of the vehicle and stomping on her face. Mr. Combs' security staff, Roger Bonds, tried to stop but was unable to de-escalate the situation." Well, Roger ain't holding back no more, because he just confirmed everything Cassie said in the lawsuit. He posted a little cryptic message to his IG stories that read, "This is not meant to be threats or snitching or anything like that against Cassie or Diddy or anyone else. This is me telling my truth as I truly remember it for two reasons only. First, because I have 4 daughters. So on all dudes, my truth, as I seen it, I saw it, and was involved with it for years." However, right after he posted this, his page got deactivated, and he's remained tight-lipped ever since. It's clear as day that Diddy is trying to silence everybody who has witnessed what he did firsthand. There's probably a lot more people who have seen the things that he did to Cassie, but they're too scared to say anything. In fact, Tiffany revealed in her open letter that apart from the fact that she was traumatized from seeing how Diddy would and Cassie, she was scared for her safety, and that's why she put her real name in the letter, in hopes that it would provide her some protection against Diddy and his Lagoons. She said, "I'm breaking my silence, freeing myself from haunting recollections, standing in solidarity with Cassie, and standing up for myself. I fear for my safety, as her suit alludes to me. Although not by name, I hope that revealing my identity to the public will afford me some measure of protection." Some people believe Tiffany is probably gonna file her own lawsuit against Diddy very soon because of the emotional distress and trauma that he exposed her to. Child, Diddy is a real-life demon, and he needs to be stopped before he does any more damage. As usual, people did not hold back from making their thoughts known, like this person who said, "The letter was so well written. I feel for both her and Cassie. The birthday party story disturbs me so much because it was supposed to be a night for Cassie to be loved on by friends and family, and he ripped her from that place of love and pushed her into a nightmare. Sick." Another person said, "Diddy is done. He can't and he shouldn't come back from this. If they can't out him in jail, he needs to crawl into the deepest hole and disappear. He is a disgusting human being, and I feel sorry for his daughters. I pray they don't have to pay for the sins of their father." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Tiffany exposing Diddy's Cassie out to other men? And do y'all think Tiffany is gearing up to file her own lawsuit against Diddy? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.